this is David B69. Welcome to today's video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Let's get on to the show. Hey everybody, this is David B69, and welcome to a little discussion here. Believe it or not, it's of DKOldies, and they basically made a video, not a video, but a announcement that they updated their refurbishment process, because everybody knows that DKOldies hasn't performed to what people want, as people that have been, especially YouTubers, have been critical that they haven't done things like replace the thermal paste. They've just been basically blowing out consoles and saying, we completely refurbished this machine. And it's like, and you can see that, like, when they tore them open, like, the thermal paste was not done on these on the newer consoles, and they didn't do any like extensive work. Now, I'm going to show you the video that I made and everything, like going through the entire little page that goes through all of the breakdowns and what is being said. You can feel free to pause it and stuff, but it's like I'm going like really slow, so it is what it is. I'm just trying to give a deep dive on what their page says, so people like consumers that want to actually see it, and then you basically see what you get. But like I said, I'm not a huge fan of some of the things that is said in this, and I basically bring it to light in the like go, and when I go through it, because like I said, it's a long little portion, but let's just get to that now. Finally, a well-defined refurbish and inspection progress from DKOldies, where it says DKOldies evolves the refurbishment and inspection process regularly based on customer feedback, and will continue to modify this process as time goes on. Well, this is the first time, because so many YouTubers have complained, that they have done it. Now, for consoles, sorry, I have this going really slow because I just want to make it. For each consoles to be considered in working order, the following must apply. Multiple different games ranging in duration must work without issue on the first and second try. All controller and accessory ports must work. Power button switch turns the console on and off. TV must provide video and audio using a modern flat screen display. Reset restarts the console with an asterisk. Yes, they have an asterisk. Can you believe they actually have an asterisk on a part of the console that should be working? And then they actually like put this little asterisk there. Acceptable condition N64, Genesis, and NES and SNES may not function on acceptable units. I don't find that to be acceptable. At any point, you should have a working reset button. Every console goes through the steps of detailed cleaning process listed below. Open, expose inner components of the console, dirt and debris of the console inside the lid is blown out using an air compressor. Number one, I still don't think that's good for the console. If there are anything that can be blown inside of the console is cleared, rust, decoloration, and
deficiencies are not included. Consoles have been previously repaired. DKOldies will be opened. The motherboard and all the components cleaned. All the consoles that are deemed not functioning must go through the repair process or ordered to troubleshoot and repair each component that is causing the console to not be functioning in its playable state. Once the console is repaired and it's considered functioning. All components are assembled and will go back through the DKOldies testing process. Which, in other words, they're going to blow the crap out of it. The exterior shell unit protects the inner components, is clean for all residue, dirt, and debris, sticky substance, and foreign objects. Rust, discoloration, and visual deficiencies are not included. Any screws removed from the console during any of the DKOldies repair process are reinstalled, and screws deemed not vital may be repositioned or not used for internal auditing. That's stupid. If the console is not working, repairs may be made using third-party parts. The console can go through any or all of these steps until it is working or is deemed acceptable at DKOldies, which we all question. The console, outer shell of the console is removed, and so on and so forth. Components such as hard drive, power supply, control ports, cables, heat shields, disk assembly, pin connectors, fans, battery may also be replaced. Capacitors, changed, solder points, condition might be repaired, replaced. May need a laser adjustment. These are all issues and stuff that occur. I have a problem with the power supplies being, because sometimes those third-party power supplies are not good third-party power supplies, and I really am not a huge fan of them just like turning that over to a third party, especially on like an Xbox 360 where that's a mess. Thermal paste finally is removed and replaced, and thermal pads are replaced as needed. But I mean, they should always be just done. It should be replaced all the time, but it's not. Good condition versus acceptable condition. Good used condition consoles that will look good and work good are free of the dirt and debris, free from stickers, writing, major chips or cracks, and major discoloration. So they basically are trying to authenticate and say, well, this is minor discoloration, but it all depends on the user. May show minor signs of age and use. Like I said, I really have a problem with some of their, it's like the way they word it is just a little funky. Acceptable condition consoles that don't look so good, but still work, with the asterisk, of course, free of dirt and debris, acceptable cosmetic condition, may have stickers, writings, major chips or cracks, and major discoloration. They show major signs of age and use, which means they've been loved a lot. And they have the acceptable condition N64, Genesis, NES, and Super NES thing with a reset button. I mean, that's just, like I said, it's just not really acceptable. I'm not really a big fan of them saying that that's acceptable. So that's just really, it's kind of a mess. It's just call the console broken and fix the what's called fix those reset buttons. No reason you can't just fix that. DKOldies guarantees your game works, and it's backed by a free 1 year warranty. It's not free; you're paying for it because you're paying a boatload for these games. Games go through an inspection and testing process to ensure a high level of workability. Every game's exterior, including its exterior gameplay surface, is cleaned to have remove dust, debris, stickers, and markers. Gameplay surface is inspected for damage. Laser inspected and cleaned. Labels inspected and cleaned, I'm sorry. Label imprints are located for authenticity. Battery tested and replaced with a third-party battery if it falls below 2.9 volts. Disc resurfacing to remove minor scratching. Good use condition versus cosmically flawed condition. This is always a good question. Good condition games. Games that will look good and work free of dirt and debris. Free of non-stickering writing and chips and cracks and discoloration. May show signs of age and use. Possible slight discoloration, which is that's not good condition then. But cosmically flawed is games that don't look so good, but it still work free of dirt and debris. Stickers and writing. Major discoloration. Like I said, any discoloration to me is cosmically flawed. It just is. You can't just say you can't define what is major and what is minor discoloration. That's a huge thing. Cracks and chips. I mean, it's just no duh. Possibly like the chipped, torn, faded, like labels and such. That's just normal. But do they mean just the back label or the front label, or what label are they talking about? But anyway, there you go.
So now that we've gone through all of that, what do you think? Do you think this is an acceptable document that basically says anything? Like I said, I don't personally like the fact that they have some discoloration stuff in there, and that even like on just acceptable units, that for the old retro stuff, that they have reset buttons that don't work, and they find that as acceptable. I mean, they can repair them. There's no reason, if they're going through and having things open up, they should be able to fix them. I mean, there is no reason for it except for utter laziness, or they have so many of these things that they don't feel like doing it. That's my opinion. They just don't feel like doing the work, and that's what they're doing. They're basically saying, "Oh, these are acceptable." I mean, I can't tell you the number of times that I've used the reset button on one of those consoles in my lifetime. Probably not much. So it's like not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying. But I give the DKOldies people at least a little bit of a thumbs up that they're actually trying to evolve and do a little bit more. I think their thermal paste process is a lot better stated here. It's basically letting people know, it's like, hey, we're not just blowing things out. We are actually trying to do a little bit more than what they've done before in the past, which is like really appreciated. The thing is, it's like if you really don't want to go and open and everything and check if you have a thermal paste, because if you open it up and you're looking for the thermal paste and it's not there and everything, and you don't know how to reapply thermal paste yourself, you could be making a mess of your console. So please, only be an expert if you know what you're doing and you have the thermal paste and other things to be able to reapply, because anytime anybody opens it, it should get replaced. So don't go just checking just to check and say you didn't do it. I'm hoping that they did it. So that's basically the only thing I can do. I'm not really going to be buying any consoles from them anymore, so I really don't care. So it is what it is. It's like, but other people might buy consoles from them, and I just basically wanted to give a heads up saying, hey, they say they're doing this stuff. So they seem to be doing a little bit more than they used to do in the past. That's a plus to me, because guess what? Consumers win. YouTubers have won. We basically have called them out on this stuff, and they finally, after years of trashing YouTubers, saying like how much like they don't know anything, YouTubers win, and that's definitely a great thing. So I just basically wanted to give a thumbs up to the YouTuber community for basically calling them out on all of this. And guess what? YouTubing people win, gaming people win, everybody wins. Unfortunately, what's happening though is they charge an uptick for doing what they should already been doing. So that's still a problem. If you don't mind paying those extra prices, I mean, like, what's called, go for it. I always try to like get and shop for the cheapest price available. I really don't like going above and beyond board. You can always just, if you are patient enough, you can find a lot cheaper deals than what they offer from other places. So basically just be vigilant, look around, hunt, and I think you can find some really good deals from other places. So anyway, I just basically wanted to give that heads up. And until next time, this is David B69. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye. Peace. I'm out.